the whole thing during the conversation.
איפה את?
תשלח משטרה לפה. אבא, יש מלא מתים, תשלח משטרה לפה.
אני שולח. מתים?
אבא, בבקשה, תשלח משטרה לפה.
אני שולח עכשיו. ממי, תהי רגועה, תהי רגועה. תשארי איתי על הקו, אל תנתקי ממני את הקו, טוב? תהי בשקט.
And then there is like a switch that happens to him. He goes like, play dead. Play dead, just play dead, just hang up the phone with me, just play dead.
יובלי, רגע.
Hey fam, welcome to my channel. My name is Grace. You're highly welcome to Grace's Insights. Alright, so today's reaction, I'm going to be reacting to Yuval Raphael's story, Nova Music Festival Massacre Survivor, October 7 Survivors Project. Oh my god. So I'm gonna react to this, and please pardon me, I'm a very sensitive someone. This video has actually been recommended to me since the day I reacted to A New Day Will Rise. But someone suggested I react to this video, but because when I saw the title, I felt like this is gonna be a very emotional one, so I'm kind of preparing myself. I'm very sensitive and I'm very emotional. That is who I am, and I think I've summoned the courage enough to listen to this story. Okay, so let us, watch this story about Yuval Raphael, and let me know what you think about it on the comment section. Let's do this.
Hello, my name is Yuval Raphael. I'm a 23-year-old. I was at the Nova Music Festival with 4 other of my friends. We were 5 in total. In Hebrew, we say we were in orot, like we were in lights. We were very excited. One of my friends waited for that party for like 6 months. It's a very, very big production. We went to the Kanta, to our resting place, and that's when everything started. And I remember looking immediately at my phone, and I saw 40 updates, 40 notifications of red alerts.
Wow.
I was pretty calm about it because before October 7th, I was positioned in the army. I was the one that allows Palestinians in for work. There's a lot of Palestinian employees that have authorization to go inside Israel and work and then go back. So still, I was very, very calm. Like, I was a pretty calm person. So when I saw all of that, I was like, let's just stay. Like, we're on the Gaza Strip. This is something that happens here. But then, after a few minutes, everyone started screaming, like, you have to evacuate. This party is done. So we took all of our stuff.
From what I've gotten so far from her story, they went to, they kind of went to a music concert, a party kind of with her friends before everything started. Oh my goodness. I'm just gathering enough courage to listen further because I know. Let's continue.
We took the tent and everything, and we just ran to the car, and that's when I saw all the missiles. There was a lot of people trying to get out.
Oh my God.
So there was a line of cars. We took a left and started driving. The idea was to go to Bar's house, which is 15 minutes away from where the party was in Kibbutz Oraner. When we connected to the 232 road, we started seeing cars going around, like going back to where the party is, and we couldn't understand what was going on. So we asked someone to stop the car. He opened the window and we asked him what is going on, and they were saying that there is probably a terrorist on the road shooting cars. Obviously, we were not taking any chances, and Adar, the one driving the car, she remembered we saw 2 bomb shelters on both sides of the roads. She decided she wanted to go inside the bomb shelter. So we turned around, we parked the car. There were tons of people there. Outside the bomb shelter, inside the bomb shelter. When we went inside, I was constantly with my dad on the phone.
Oh my God.
And that's when we started hearing gunshots outside. And a lot of the people inside the bomb shelter, they started screaming, it's the military, it's fine. So I'm telling my dad, the military is
Oh my
here, they're
goodness.
handling the situation, it's fine. And then a few minutes later, they started screaming, we have a wounded person outside. And I just deliver everything to my dad back to the phone. Like, that's when the terrorists found us. They went inside the bomb shelter. First of all, they shot everyone that was in the pathway, and then they came inside, and they started shooting everyone inside. I dropped my phone.
Honestly, I lost words. I don't know what to say at this point. You know, when she said they came into the, where they were, and they started shooting every wall, you can imagine the trauma. You can imagine the fear. I'm trying so hard to fight my emotions. I can't even imagine what she went through and what she and some of her friends went through that day. Some days you never know what can happen. Anything can happen within twinkle of an eye. They were so happy going for their party and all of that. They never thought of this kind of incident is going to happen. Oh my goodness. Let's continue.
And then what I remember is the pace of the gunshots. It was not like, it was boom, 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 boom. And then the shooting stopped. And because we were on the road, we could hear them going out, slamming the car door, and driving away. And so I looked to my friends, they were alive. And then I looked to my left to the girl that was holding my hand. She was lifeless and she was dead. Her head was like this on my shoulder. I remembered my leg really hurting, and then I looked to my leg and I had this.
Honestly, Fam, I don't know. I don't know if I can react further to this story because it's really touching me. Imagine a dead body lying on you, placed her head on you. Imagine the trauma. If I just can't think. I just cannot imagine how courageous Yuval Raphael was. Oh my goodness. And thank God she was communicating with her dad. She was with her phone, telling her dad everything that was happening, still maintain the calmness and everything. This is the handwork of God, honestly. She's so courageous, I know she will be, traumatized, but God kept her. God still made her to be that calm. Imagine when you look and someone is laying dead beside you. I don't know if I should stop reacting to this at this point because I don't know. Let's continue.
This dead body all over my leg. We were around 50 people. After the first shooting, I called my dad to tell him I'm alive, and I was like,
oh, imagine. She said dead body, not only the lady putting her head on her shoulder and then on her legs, dead body. And dead bodies are always so heavy. Yes, I can say that because when my dad passed, I was there when my dad passed. So I and my mom tried to carry him. So he became so heavy that we couldn't even, I was like, how come a dead body is this heavy? We couldn't carry my dad, and it was a struggle for us to carry him. I don't want to, remember that right now, but she talked about dead body, and that was why I'm talking. If they were not, she said the dead bodies were lying on her legs, so that was when I remember that. I know dead bodies are always so heavy, so that was be so much pain for her, and she was already having hot. Her legs was also hot. Oh my God, what kind of, God. Why can't we live in this world in peace and harmony with no terrorists, no fight? Just live in peace. Just everyone should just live their normal life. No fighting, no war. Just let everybody be good. No killings. What do people gain with killing one another? What is the gain? What do they gain from hurting each other? Let's continue.
Dad, there is dead people. You have to call the police. You have to tell them to get to us. Like, he's processing the whole thing during the conversation.
איפה את?
או תשלח משטרה לפה. אבא, יש מלא מתים, תשלח משטרה לפה.
אני שולח. מתים?
אבא, בבקשה, תשלח משטרה לפה.
אני שולח עכשיו, ממי, תהיי רגועה. תשארי איתי על הקו, אל תנתקי ממני את הקו, טוב? תהיי בשקט.
And then there is like a switch that happens to him. He goes like, play dead. Play dead, just play dead, just.
She was on phone call with her dad, telling her dad what everything that is happening. I just thank God for internet. Yes, communication. I thank God for internet. She has internet that she was able to use to communicate her dad. That is one thing to be thankful for, honestly speaking. And I'm glad she was able to communicate everything that is happening to her dad. And let's continue.
Me just play dead.
יובלי, רגע, ויש שם מחבלים עדיין?
מסתובבים, אבא, תשלחו ניידות.
תהיי מתה. יובלי, תהיי מתה. תנתקי את הטלפון ממני, תהיי מתה.
I hung up the phone. I told everyone that was in the bomb shelter that every single time that we hear them coming, we have to play dead. Even the ones who got gunshots, they came back inside, they shot again. Every time that they went out, I took my phone and I started calling.
I just can't imagine the pain, the panic, the trauma that she was going through at that time. She was talking to her dad. The fear. You don't know if they will come back. You don't know in the next minute if you will be alive or not. The fear. Oh, she's a survivor. This lady, I don't know. I just lost words. I don't know what to say anymore, but to thank God for her life, for all she went through. Imagine seeing yourself. I can't even imagine, because the situation is a very terrible one. Like, I can't even imagine being in that midst of everything happening. Terrorists, these terrorists that's just so heartless. Why do they keep hurting the innocents? Why do they keep killing the innocents that didn't do anything to them? Let's continue.
Police constantly. And they were like, send me your location. And it was very bad signal inside the bomb shelters. After constantly calling the police for 4 hours and them constantly coming inside the bomb shelters, shooting more and more people, I had kind of like a breaking point. My leg felt like it was gonna explode. It was so hot inside. I remember the last conversation with one of the people that answered the phone from the police. And he told me again, there is a unit coming to you. That's where I snapped, telling him, but that's not true. No one is coming, no one is coming. It's been 4 freaking hours. Why is no one coming here? You're leaving us. Next time, maybe I won't be able to call you. Like, they keep killing people and we can't go out. And he's like, don't go out. Don't go out of the bomb shelter. When is someone coming? And I was just tired. I was so tired. I didn't want to call them anymore. I didn't want to talk to anyone. And I started asking myself, like, when is this going to end? Is this going to end? Am I going to die? And my leg was like the hardest part of everything. Like, I could feel my bones in this part starting to crack. And I remember at that point, I was done.
אבוש, אני עוד חיה, יש לי גופה ורגליים שנשענות לי על הרגל כבר על 4 שעות. אני חושבת שצריך לקרות להם. אבל למה הם לא באים? למה אף אחד לא בא?
The next time they come, I don't bend down. Like, I stay up, and obviously they're gonna shoot me and put a bullet in me, and that's it. And that, in a very weird way, calmed me down. Like, I knew when it's going to end. Like, I didn't know when the next time they're going to come, but I knew that the next time it's done. Like, I don't feel this pain anymore. I'm not in this situation anymore. I'm done. So, because that calmed me down, I did find the strength the next time they came to fight more and to hide again. Like, I didn't want my life to end there. So, after a few hours, at one point they started throwing grenades inside. The feeling that I remember is that when there was shootings, my heart was racing. But the first time I heard a grenade, I felt like my heart stopped. Like, the
if there's one thing learning about this house story is, in any situation you find yourself, try to find calmness. Just try to be calm, instead of panicking, trying to bring in fear. Just find a way to be calm. I feel like she's talking to me directly, because yes, any little thing, I'm always like afraid. I'm always panicking. Will this happen? How is this gonna be happening? I always think. But hearing her story, at some point she just have to calm herself down, and then she got her strength again. This is a take home for me. Just try to be calm. In any situation you find yourself, just be still and be calm. This is beautiful, and I love this part she said. Let's continue.
It was so strong that I felt like a few people that were inside the bomb shelters with us is the Sassi family. Abi Sassi, he jumped on the first grenade. I remember also at one point, every time after they started throwing grenades, every time I opened my eyes, I could see like there's less and less people. And I didn't understand what that was. I didn't think about it at that time. But now, like, it was because people exploded. And then, because a lot of us had our phones, I remember someone saying something about the internet is saying that the military is now handling the situation. That's when they started coming less frequently.
Like, seriously, I don't understand. Why do they keep hurting these people that did not do them anything? They were throwing bombs, shooting at them. What did these people ever do to these terrorists? Like, goodness me, these people are so wicked. Like innocent people, they were just going their normal day, and you just all of a sudden started shooting at them, started killing innocent people. These are people's children. Like, these are people's children. These are people's family members. This was just a massacre. Oh my God. Let's continue.
So at that point I started like looking for my phone. I remember like twisting a little bit to this side, and I could see my phone on the back of the dead body or something, somewhere between around this area. And I found it, and I picked it up and I called my dad. He told me on the phone, I found a rescuer. Like, I found someone that will pick you up. He is with a unit, he is looking for his daughter, which is also there. Talk to him, send him your location, and then he'll come get you. And then I told that to my friends. I called him. He asked me to count the survivors inside, like how many survivors there is inside. He said he was going to be there in half an hour. And then it hasn't been half an hour, but someone started screaming like, is there anyone here that needs rescue? Anyone here that needs rescue? And I remember like really panicking because I imagined the way we're going to be rescued so many times. And not for 1 second I thought like one person is going to scream outside, does anyone needs rescue? And then all of the other people that were with me in the bomb shelter, they started screaming, yes, we need rescue, we need rescue, we need rescue. And I remember looking at Bar, my friend, and she's like, we're not getting out, we're not getting out. Also, my dad told her on the phone there is a lot of terrorists that is disguised as military people. Don't go out, still play dead, play dead. And then I remember this guy coming inside. He had one arm on the wall and the other arm to the pathway with a gun. And he started screaming at us, get up, get up, get up. And then at one point he said, Nitzan, it's dad. And then we looked around to see who is Nitzan. And I saw that she actually got up. So we understood that this was her dad and this was a rescue. We are actually getting rescued now. And so everyone started getting up, like all of a sudden everyone. But I couldn't get up because I had the dead body on my leg. So when Adar, my friend, got up, I looked at her and I was like, you have to take her out. And she looked at me like I wasn't even talking. She was just staring at me like this. The rescuer screamed at her, why are you just standing there? Come on. And then she went to him. And then I saw Ben that got up and I said, Ben, you have to take her out. And I did the same thing.
Oh my God.
And then he realized, and then he took her hand, he pulled her a little bit and he managed to move her. And that's when I went to go out of the bomb shelter. And I had to step on top of the dead bodies. I looked up and I saw daylight. And I saw a truck and I saw another truck next to that truck. And then I looked to the side when I completely got up and I saw 2 soldiers leaning down with the guns. And then we drove away. He told us not to look outside. And then we were evacuated to the hospital. That's where I met my dad and my uncle and my sister. After the first week, we did an interview in the press. And it gave me strength, like to explain or to talk about it or to... Like there was nothing I could do in that situation. Instead of only the bare minimum of trying to play dead. But now I feel like this is my way of fighting this. Like it gives me my strength back to explain and to talk about it and to tell people and to maybe make a change, hopefully, of people understanding what had happened. So it's kind of the way to fight them back. It helps me heal a little bit because it helps me feel like I am fighting back. And also, this cannot happen again.
Honestly speaking, this was a very emotional, traumatizing story. You know, when she said she was calm, at that point I just have to calm myself, you know, to not cry again. I was just calm in my spirit. That was why I couldn't cry anymore. I just have to be calm and listen to the story, because I was just listening. I was just imagining, you know, how they were cope, how she was able to, you know, cope in that situation. Many people that lost their life. Imagine seeing people, the grenades, the bomb were, you know, they were bombing people and then they were shooting at people, and then she was, you know, seeing all of those things happening, seeing dead body all over her. In fact, she even had to step on dead bodies when the rescuers came to rescue them. You can imagine the tragedy. Oh my goodness, please God, let this not happen again. Like, I just wish there will be no more fights. There will be no more terrorists. God should take away terrorists in our lives. Oh my goodness. And let everybody just live in peace with not troubling each other. Raphael, all I have to say is glory be to God. We thank God for her life. She's a survivor. Tragedy can happen to anyone. Just pray that God comes to your rescue and God sends helpers to you. And I thank God she was able to communicate with her dad all through, and she listened to her dad when her dad told her to play dead. She had to play dead to survive. You can imagine. Sorry. She has to play dead to survive. She's a hero. She's a survivor. And this must be a traumatizing one for her, because it's not easy to forget. Every time you keep remembering the trauma, the panic, the fear. But I pray that God will continue to, God will help her heal properly. And by her sharing her story, she's gonna heal. And I just pray everyone supports her. Now I know where the new day will rise came out from, because she said when she came out she saw the daylight. Indeed, there is always light at the end of the tunnel. In any situation you find yourself, be still and be calm. Yes, I thank God for her rescue, for her life, and for some of her friends that were alive, and for the disease that were killed in that massacre. May their soul rest in peace. And I pray God will not let this to happen again. It will not happen to you. It will not happen to me. Tragedy is far from us. God will not let tragedy or any such happen to us. You watching me and I, okay? Yes, thank you so much. If you watched up until this moment, I really appreciate. And Yuval Raphael, you are a survivor. May God continue to keep you, protect you, and may God continue to, uplift you. You will be a voice. You shall continue to speak. Thank you so much, and I thank God for your life. All right, I really thank God for your life and what God is doing in your life, and God bless you so much. Thank you, everyone. I will see you in my next video.